Hey guys, Randy here, the creator of REI Autocomp, and in this particular video I'd like to go over the newest release of REI Autocomp version 10, which includes a new property button, a settings button, as well as 5 offer widgets. So let's take a look here. If you don't already know about the software, simply visit the website, reiautocomp.com. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the software here. I just keep it on my desktop. And while that's cooking here, let's go ahead and locate a lead. Alright, so on Craigslist, I've searched renters to find a landlord lead, and this very first house has an address. You guys can see it right here. Quick Google of the property, and it'll bring us in a zip code. There we go. Now here's what I like about the software. The first update that we've done is we actually allow you to cut and paste from a clipboard. So on the left hand side here, there's a new property button. Prior to this, the address was entered in manually. Well, now you can just click new property and bam, it pastes it right in. The next thing you're going to do is click find. It'll automatically go online, locate the property, as well as the characteristics. You guys can see they've pre-filled in here, and 2 pictures, one being the front view and a map view. Now in the ad on Craigslist, the seller mentioned that it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and that the square footage was actually 1346. So I'm going to change that, since the public record was 700 and some odd square foot. Looks like it's got 1 carport, and the asking price I believe was $94,700, I believe. Let's double check that. $95,950. All right. $95,950. Alright, so from this moment, guys, we know that it's a 1-story. I've selected Redfin as well as Zillow, and those are going to be the sources that bring in those comparables here. Now in just a moment, once all these comparables come in, I'm going to show you the settings button. And this is a new button that allows the users to customize their offer widgets, because once you'll find out what the property is worth, this software will actually tell you what to offer. Inside of that settings button, you'll be able to customize an offer number 1. For example, you might want to do a wholesale deal in that first offer. Offer number 2 could be a rehab offer. Offer number 3 could be a note purchase. Offer 4 could be HUD. You can actually see them here. I'm sharing them with you guys right behind as this is working. You can see these offers right here. Now the settings button is located on the upper right hand side, and once these comparable sales come in, an algorithm is going to get applied. There's a term I like to use called Comp Score 360, and what that does is it applies a simple algorithm to each one of the different characteristics of the home and then compares it to the property that we placed in. In this case, 8814 North 3rd Street. Any comparables that come in, they're going to get scored, and each one of those is going to show up as a color. Green being the most closest characteristic, red being the furthest away. So we're done bringing in those comparable sales, and now you can see it's removing some of the duplicates. Once that happens, the algorithm gets applied, and this screen will actually disappear. So we're updating the results. While that's happening, I want to go back here and just make sure there was no repairs needed on this property. From these pictures, looks like it just needs appliances. It's got a basement. That must be the extra square footage. And I mean, overall, just a straightforward rental. It looks like it's got $600 a month in income, and the market rents are $800 and $900. Looks like we're still updating here. Now, what's great about this is anytime you find a property online or you get a lead, you can just cut and paste that information right in, And the first thing you're going to want to do is check your results. So I've selected the results screen, and down here, here's the comp scores. This property scored 76, this property 75, and this property 63. Now obviously the ARV on this home is not going to be $1 million. It's pre-programmed to find the 3 top sales, and sometimes those properties will be close enough for it to make sense, sometimes it won't. But a quick fix of this just takes a few seconds. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's go back to this comps page and let's have a look at all the comps that we brought in. As we're doing that, there's 2 other updates that we did. A 12-month median sales price that shows you from December of last year till December of this year, and the same for the 12-month average price per square foot. Very helpful to know. There we go, guys. Now here's all the comparable sales. This is what that algorithm looks like, and here are all the comparable sales that it brought in. And there's quite a bit. I mean, we can go down pretty far here. And you'll notice on the left-hand side, that score, that algorithm, Comp 360 score, just kind of drops lower and lower and lower. So here's the issue with the ARV is that it's pre-templated to select those larger houses as far as price goes. Same with the distressed market value. So I'm going to get rid of the A's and the D's. Very simple, just using backspace. By the way, you'll notice all the missing information down here. These comps we just can't use them unless we do a little bit more research and refresh at the top here so that they can get a score as well. But for now, let's go ahead and find the ARV. Here's this is a good one here, 140 grand. It scored 89. Here's one at 151,000. I think that'd be a great ARV. And here's one at 156,000. Now for the distressed market value, you guys can see this 3-bedroom sold for 86,000. Yeah, that'd be one of the distressed market values. We also have, let's see here. Here's one for 98, a little bit too far. We can use these 2 here. That looks like 95 and 85. All right, simple as that. Go back to your results page, and this should update automatically. There we go, from 1 million to 149,000. That's more in line. These 3 properties are much more like our subject property, and that ARV is a lot more accurate. How do we know? Well, the comp score is 89. The same here with the current market value. We have properties that are a lot more like ours, and so the average of the sales price 135. There's the current market value. The distressed market values, here we go, we're at 129. Now I will recommend one change here, and that is, I believe, yeah, I selected this property. There we go. Yeah, get rid of that 217 is what I'm trying to do. This one it is. Okay. So now that we've done that, back at the results page, you can see the distressed market value is 88,000. All right, so to sum that up, 88,000 distressed market value, 135 current market value, ARV is 149. Now you know exactly what the property's worth. These 3 key values are what you're going to use to negotiate with the seller. In fact, you already have an offer right up here. Here's your soft pass, your minimum allowable to your maximum. So if you got on the phone with this seller and you said, hey, listen, you know what? I'm looking at some of the information I can see on Google. Tell me a little bit about the property. Somewhere in that conversation, ask them what they're asking for the property and let them know, you know what? I like to buy houses in that zip code. What do you think about something between 75 to 95,000? That's how we're able to offer a low price and not scare away the seller and actually get that appointment. In this case, the seller is within our asking price of $94,700, I believe. Let's just put $95,000. So there's our profit. Boom, automatically calculates your profit, $6,800. And if you're curious as to what you'll net on the deal, $1,500 closing costs is $53. I promised you guys I would show you how to set these up, as this is also a new feature in REI Autocomp version 10. And there we go. Here's the username and password for Redfin. Home Snap coming soon. And this is the power of this new version, is those offer widgets can be customized. If you're in a neighborhood where you want a bigger discount, just change that to 0.6. There we go. In this case, we'll have to change our offer to, say, $85,000, and there's your profit. You see that? So you're able to customize each individual offer widget. You know, this one here could be a rehab offer. ARV times 0.70, minus out your profit, or rather your repairs, and close that out, and that automatically updates. Let's say in this case you could have offered more, $98,000. There's your profit, $3,800. Okay. Now, what's cool is you can see the profit, the net profit on our wholesale offer is $400, but if we bought it and rehabbed it, you can see this change over here. You see that? So you can see what you're going to make on a wholesale deal, $400. You can see what you're going to make if you rehab it, $2,300. Now this is just roundabout numbers, guys, just for sake of the example. But once again, in this new version, you're able to bring in that information using this new button on the left. We got your two charts underneath so you can see what's going on in the neighborhood. And you have your settings button here, as well as your 4 offer widgets, as well as your resale. That's the update of REI Autocomp version 10. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, some suggestions about the product, visit reiautocomp.com, and there's actually a contact us button right here. Thanks for joining us on this latest release, and have yourself a great day.